Welcome in to NFL Daily by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we are talking about potential destinations for Cam Newton. What makes the most sense? Cam's got his list. We'll do our part to narrow it down to 5 and tell you the realistic possibilities that make sense for Cam Newton of where he could end up in 2023. We'll go over all of that and more coming up in just a few moments. Before we do just that, though, here's what I want to do. Who are you a fan of? Whether you're, let's say, a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, or if you're like Patrick Seatman, a big Vikings guy, maybe you're, I don't know, a Seattle Seahawks fan. I want you to represent your favorite team in the comments section. Spam your favorite team, shout them out, show out that your fans, that you guys, whoever you root for, are the best fans in the National Football League. Spam them in the comments section. Let us know, and we'll get started with today's show. So Cam Newton says he's willing to be a backup quarterback in the NFL, and he spoke out trying to rewrite the narrative of some sorts, as it was out there that Cam didn't really have any interest in being a backup. And if you recall, Cam said a while back that he thought there's not 32 quarterbacks in the world better than him, and that he should be a starter somewhere. And he ended up performing at Auburn's Pro Day, trying to prove himself that he belongs. And according to NFL.com here, this is what they had to say about Cam Newton and looking at his potential options. Newton named 9 quarterbacks he'd back up. The Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. Chicago Bears, Justin Fields. Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson. Miami Dolphins, Tua. Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts. Tennessee Titans, Malik Willis. Not currently the starter, by the way. Washington Commanders, Sam Howell, and Aaron Rodgers, who is eventually expected to join the New York Jets. It's also worth pointing out that Watson, Fields, Willis, and Howell once played in the 7-on-7 youth program sponsored by Newton. Newton also added there are 3 incoming signal callers he'd be happily tutor, which includes C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson, who will more than likely be the first 3 quarterbacks taken in this upcoming draft. Now, I'll say this. I don't think Cam is a starter in today's NFL, but there's no reason that Cam Newton shouldn't be a backup for somebody out there. Look, Cam Newton, I think that his time has come and gone as far as being a starter goes. He could argue that there might not be 32 quarterbacks better than him, but his health hasn't been able to hold up, and we've seen the inconsistencies. His time has come and gone as far as being a starter goes. But being a backup, I think Cam, with his experience and what he's been around playing in a Super Bowl, and especially, if you're trying to find a way to have somebody step in a one-game scenario, whatever it may be, why would you not want Cam Newton for that? To me, I like the idea of him being a backup, but a starter, that seems like a stretch. Should Cam Newton still be playing in the league? What do you think? Should Cam Newton be viewed upon as a quarterback in the National Football League? Is there somewhere that he fits? I know that he's got a big personality and everything, but should he still be in the league in some way, shape, or form? This is our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break. If so, take advantage of it. Get your votes in. Y for yes, in for no. Should Cam Newton still be playing in the NFL? So let's go over the list of potential destinations for Cam Newton. Let's start number 1 with the Baltimore Ravens. Now, think about this. They don't know their future with Lamar Jackson, of whether he's going to be traded or if he's going to stay there. Obviously, he's made the trade request. And obviously, you have Tyler Huntley there as well. But think about this, okay? The Ravens, let's start with the Lamar element of sorts. No offense to Tyler Huntley, but I'd much rather, in the one-game scenario we talked about, trust on Cam Newton, and you can run the same system, than I would Tyler Huntley in those situations. Tyler Huntley's not bad, but Cam Newton's been there, done that. If he stays healthy and everything, watch out. I think Cam Newton in that scenario would be better than I would see from Tyler Huntley, and the offense still is similar and still is the same thing. And then think about this too. One other thing to potentially look at with the Baltimore Ravens. Let's say Lamar is gone, and maybe you don't have the rookie quarterback right away to replace Lamar Jackson. Cam Newton, I think, is still as good of any option when it comes to free agent quarterbacks that are sitting out there. Matt Ryan didn't look good last year in Indianapolis. Carson Wentz has been awful for a few years now. Cam Newton could be that guy to be your placeholder potentially if you don't have the Lamar replacement right there in place as is. Number 2 is the Cleveland Browns. Now, there's been a lot made about Deshaun Watson for obvious reasons. And if you're Cleveland here and you want to take some of that attention away from Deshaun Watson, who better than Cam Newton, who likes the spotlight and likes the attention and everything, and who is a very talented quarterback in his own right. And there's no doubt here of Cam coming in and trying to take this job away. That's Deshaun's team. If Cam wants to be there, then he's going to know that it's Deshaun Watson's team, and he's going to be there in case something happens to Deshaun. To me, that could be a good sense with this team kind of wanting to hide Deshaun Watson, keep him out of the spotlight. Cam Newton could step up and play that role just fine. A couple more teams to get to here in just a second. Where will Cam Newton sign in NFL free agency? If he signs anywhere at all, if somebody will take him. Let me know in the comment section. Give me one team where you think Cam Newton ends up in the comment section below. The NFL Draft coming up just around the corner. Draft hats on sale now, and we have all your favorite teams in place, whether you want to represent the Bears, the Broncos, the Falcons, the Titans, the Steelers, a number of teams. We have all 32 available now while supplies last. You can get yours today. All in one place, chatsports.com/NFL Draft hats. And these are the exact same hats that you're going to see the rookies wearing on draft night. And so get yours now, and when you go to your draft party, you are going to be ahead of the curve. You're going to be like, look, I got the hat that they're wearing and that they're rocking out to. This is my hat I own right now. So might as well get yours. You can still get it right in time for the draft. Makes for a great gift as well. Chatsports.com/NFL Draft hats. Third in line is the Buffalo Bills. And we talked about the similarities between Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton. I would say that Josh Allen is almost the carbon copy of Cam Newton, right? Big quarterback, big arm, and a physical runner, okay? All those things that describe Cam Newton are the same things that describe Josh Allen. You talk about going to a backup that can still keep the system in place that you don't have to change your offense for. Cam Newton could be just that. And if you're the Buffalo Bills, every single win matters, right? You're a team with championship aspirations. You need a quarterback that you can trust if something were to happen to Josh Allen. Cam Newton makes a lot of sense there potentially for Buffalo as far as that goes. Number 4 is the New York Jets. Now, let's assume that for all intents and purposes, that Aaron Rodgers is headed to the New York Jets. And the reason why I put 4 on this list, you saw Cam mention that he would back up Aaron Rodgers. I think that for me, why I put New York ahead of maybe some of the other potential teams is we've already seen that if Aaron Rodgers wants something with the Jets, he gets it. Alan Lazard coming in. The fact that they've talked to Randall Cobb and some of these other guys. I mean, what are they going to do? Bring in Jordy Nelson next too? I mean, if Aaron says to the Jets, I want Cam to be my backup, that might be all it needs to take. And the fact that Cam's already said that he would back up Aaron, I think that's a good first step. So for me, all those connections, not what you know, but who you know, that could be the case here with the New York Jets. Finally, 5, the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields, you need an insurance policy of some sorts. With as much as Justin Fields runs and with the questions on that offensive line for Chicago, got to have somebody. And we talk about keeping the system in place there. Cam Newton could do just that potentially, and the Chicago Bears could be a good fit. So that is my list of 5 teams. Cam Newton, it has been quite the ride for Cam Newton over his career. From winning a national championship and a Heisman Trophy at Auburn to getting to the Super Bowl and winning the MVP. We know about the Superman and all that, right? What's your favorite Cam Newton memory that comes to mind? Let me know in the comments section. Also, subscribe to the channel. We got you covered talking NFL each and every day, getting you ready for the draft. Subscribe now. You'll be glad you did. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Easter or your Passover, and we'll see you next time right here on NFL Daily.